Okay, so good morning, students. So yesterday, we have discussed about arteries of head and neck. I mean, in the head and neck, what are the name of the arteries that we find? So today, we will be discussing about the veins. Means what are the types of veins that you will find in the head and neck? So let us see what are the types of veins that you will find. Okay, veins. Veins, they carry deoxygenated blood, right? So what happens in the veins? First, the venous blood. Venous blood, V-E-N-O-U-S, venous. Venous blood. What do you mean by venous blood? Venous blood means deoxygenated blood. So the deoxygenated blood, it will come from the head and the neck. The deoxygenated blood from the head and the neck, they will return. They will be returned by who? Where? They will return to the deep and the superficial veins. Understand? They will return to the superficial, deep and superficial veins. And the superficial veins, this superficial veins, no, they form different branches again. So what are those? Those superficial branches. So the first superficial branch you will find is the external carotid artery. Understand? External carotid artery you will find here. Okay, let me show you. Uh, Carotid artery. Yesterday we have discussed, na, from here. This one. This is the external carotid artery. So from this external carotid artery, listen, from this external carotid artery, what will come? The venous blood, I mean, the deoxygenated blood. Through this, with the help of this external carotid artery, what will happen? They will return to the superficial structures. Superficial structure means what? Superficial veins. From where? From the face. From your face. This is your face. And your scalp. This is the scalp, right? From the face and your scalp, the venous blood, that is the venous blood, that is a deoxygenated blood, they will come with the help of this external carotid artery. Understand? They will come from this external carotid artery. That is with the help of the superficial veins. Okay, the superficial veins. And this external carotid artery, as they come, they will unite with what? They will unite with the external jugular vein. This one. This is the jugular vein, right? This one. Jugular. They will unite with the external jugular vein. And this external jugular vein, where do they lie? This external jugular vein, they begins uh, in the neck, in your neck portion, okay, in your neck portion and in your jaw portion. This is your jaw, right? This is your jaw. So from this portion, the external jugular vein, from the external carotid artery, when they will come downwards, they will unite and they will form in the external jugular vein. That is, you will find in the jaw and your neck portion. This one, jugular vein. Okay, next is the external. Okay, sorry. And this external jugular vein, they used to pass mostly where? In your sternocleidoid muscle. You remember, na, sternocleidoid muscle? This one. Sternocleidoid muscle, you remembered or not? Yes. Yes or no? This one.
No.
This one. This is the sternocleidoid muscle, right? Understand? Yes? Okay. So the external jugular vein, I'm repeating again, the external jugular vein, you will find in your neck, okay, in your neck and jaw portion. And this external jugular vein, they mostly lie here in this area, that is the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. This one you will find here in your neck portion, both sides. You will find this is the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. Okay, are you clear now about the external jugular vein? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us come to the internal jugular vein. This one. This is the internal jugular vein. Okay. Internal jugular vein. So the internal jugular vein, where do they lie? They lie downwards. Okay. They lie downwards. Where? Behind the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. Here is the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle, right? So they will lie behind means at the back side. At the back side of your sternocleidoid mastoid muscle, uh, they will they will be situated here, there. And in this vein, in internal jugular vein, what will you find? This internal jugular vein, they will unite together. Huh? Wait, let me show you. Okay, so this is the internal jugular vein. Okay, and this in this internal jugular vein, they lie behind the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. Here, this is your sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. They will lie behind. Behind means what? At the back side. At the back side. Understand? And they will unite together. Means they will come together. They will come together with what? With the subclavian vein. Means as we come down and down, okay, and you will find the subclavian vein. So the subclavian vein, you will find right subclavian vein, this one, and the next is left subclavian vein, this one. So these two subclavian veins you will find that is coming from where? That is coming from the internal jugular vein. This is the internal jugular vein, and this, as it comes downwards, you will find that it is this subclavian vein. It is divided into two parts. It is the right and the left subclavian vein. Understand? And you will find here that the left brachiocephalic vein, that is this, the left brachiocephalic vein, and the right brachiocephalic vein, this one. This is the right brachiocephalic vein, and this is the left brachiocephalic vein. Okay, so here what will you find? You will find that this is the left brachiocephalic vein. You will find that the left brachiocephalic vein is longer compared to the right brachiocephalic vein. This is the right brachiocephalic vein, right? So the left, you will find they are longer than the right, which lies where? This brachiocephalic vein, they lies behind the sternum. You remember the sternum, rib cage sternum. So here in your chest portion, here you will find the sternum. So this brachiocephalic vein, they lie just behind the sternum, means at the backside of your sternum. And this brachiocephalic vein, okay, this brachiocephalic vein, that is both right side and the left side, they form the superior vena cava. This is the superior vena cava, right? This is the superior vena cava. So in these two veins, it is the right brachiocephalic vein and the left brachiocephalic vein. They form the superior vena cava. This one. Okay, is it clear till here?
Yes,
External,
ma'am.
external jugular vein, internal jugular vein. Okay. Okay. Next is this. Next is this. These veins mostly you will find in your face portion. Okay. Okay. So first, let's see the supratrochlear vein. So this is the supratrochlear vein. This one. So the supratrochlear vein, from where does it begin? It begins on the forehead. This is your forehead, right? So the supratrochlear vein, it begins in the forehead, and the supratrochlear vein, it will lie on both the opposite sides. Understand? Both this side and this side. It lies in the forehead, and this supratrochlear vein, they will unite together. I mean, they will combine together. They will unite together, and they will form the supraorbital vein. It's a supraorbital vein. And this supraorbital vein, they are mostly formed in the facial vein. Understand? In the facial vein. In the facial vein means this side. In the face itself, you will find the supraorbital vein as it comes down. They used to form. It forms in the face. Understand? It is also known as the facial vein, and they lie in the middle angle of the eye. Okay, means here and here. They will lie in both sides. Okay, and this supraorbital vein, they begins in the zygomatic process of the temporal bone. Zygomatic process means what? Zygomatic means in your cheek portion. Zygomatic means cheekbone, means this portion. Listen, on the process of temporal bone means this is your temporal bone, means here. Okay, the supraorbital veins, they will lie somewhere here in your cheek portion. Okay, next is facial vein. So this is a facial vein. Okay, so the facial veins, as they carry the venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, they will return again to the face. Means all over this face portion, they will lie, and they lie in the middle part. I've already said this one. In the middle part, they will lie, and they form, means all this together, that is the supratrochlear and supraorbital facial vein, all these are like connected together, you can see. Okay, means all are connected together. Okay, next is the superficial temporal vein. This is the superficial temporal vein, this one. So the superficial temporal vein, what do? They drain, means all the deoxygenated blood, that is the venous blood. They used to come in the forehead, from the forehead, as well as the scalp. This one coming from forehead, scalp. They enters in the means they enters in the parotid gland. Let me show you. This is the parotid gland. Okay, from the superficial temporal vein, remember superficial temporal vein is somewhere here, temporal, right? So here, and as they come down and down, means the deoxygenated blood, they drain. I mean, they comes from where? They comes from the forehead. This is the forehead. Okay, they comes from the forehead, then the scalp, and finally they enters in the parotid gland. This is the parotid gland. Okay, and this parotid gland, where are they exactly located? They are located in the posterior side. Posterior means what? At the back side. At the back side of the neck. This is your neck, right? So at the back side of your neck, this here is the parotid gland. At the back side of your neck, where the maxillary veins, means with the maxillary vein. So maxilla. So it will lie here. Maxillary vein to form the retro mandibular vein. Wait, let me show you. Yes, this one. This is the maxillary vein. Okay. So this is the maxillary vein. This superficial temporal vein, they lie here. Okay, they lie here. Means they will form in the parotid gland, and uh, they will unite together. I mean, the superficial temporal vein, they used to unite together along with the maxillary vein. Okay, they unite with the maxillary vein to form what? To form the retromandibular vein. This is the retromandibular vein. This you'll find at the downside. Okay, is it clear?
Sure.
or do you want me to explain again? Do you find tough the veins and the arteries?
Ma'am,
Yes?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
please explain again about facial.
Okay, wait, I'll explain again. Yeah, it's a bit difficult for you all because the names as well as what to say, it's very much new to you all, no? Okay, let me explain again. Okay, so this is the vein. So this is the veins of the head and the neck. So what are the veins that you will find in the head and the neck? What happens in the veins? In the veins, mostly they carry deoxygenated blood. Understand? It is also known as the venous blood. venous, venous blood. So the venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, what will happen from the head and the neck? From the head and the neck means what? From the head and the neck, they are, I mean, they are returned by the deep and the superficial vein. Understand? Did you understand? I mean, what I'm trying to say is that that is the deoxygenated blood. That is the venous blood. Okay, that is the venous blood. They mostly, I mean, from here, the deoxygenated blood is mostly passed to the what to say, to the upper limb vein, to the upper limb vessel. To the upper limb vessel, they are passed and they will go to the right atrium. Okay, they will go to the right atrium of your heart. You remember, na? Right atrium, then right ventricle. So it will go like that. I won't explain that much because you will again get confused. Okay, so the deoxygenated blood, they are mostly passed here. That is the veins. Okay, the venous blood. Okay, so the superficial veins. Okay, so the superficial veins, they form the branches of the external carotid artery. Let me show you. This is the external carotid artery. So this is the external carotid artery. So from this external carotid, with the help of this external carotid artery, what happens? The venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, they goes, the face. Okay, they go to the face and the scalp. They go to the face and the scalp, and they will unite. They will unite to form what? They will unite to form the external jugular vein. This one. This is the left side, huh? Both right side and left side, both are there. I'm just showing you the left portion. Both right and left side is there. Okay, so they will unite with the what? They will unite with the external jugular vein. This is the external jugular vein. I'll repeat again. The deoxygenated blood that is coming from the face and the neck, with the help of what? With the help of the external carotid artery, not veins. The external carotid artery means you will find here. With the help of the external carotid artery, what happens? They will, I mean, with the help of that, they will come to the, they will unite together. Listen, they will unite together. They will come up together and they will form here. They will form here. That is the external jugular vein. This is the external jugular vein. Both right side and left side is there, and that's why I'm mentioning only the external jugular vein. But both sides, obviously, right and left side, it will be situated or located in in both the sides. Okay, so the external jugular vein, where do they begin? They begin in the neck, right? They begin in the neck and jaw portion, and they pass this external jugular vein. They pass in front of the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. Here, this is the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. This one. So they will pass here. That is the external jugular vein. Means they pass here in the neck. Okay, in the neck and then in your jaw, they will pass behind the means in this portion. That is the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. You will find here. Okay, here and here you will find the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. This one. That is the internal jugular vein. Sorry, external jugular vein. External jugular vein. Okay, now let's talk about the internal jugular vein. So here you will find the internal jugular vein is here. So the internal jugular vein, they runs downwards, means down portion. They runs downwards behind the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Means same thing only, means they are somewhat like near to each other. Internal and external jugular vein, they are somewhere near to each other. As you can see from the picture itself, they are all connected with each other, right? So they are somewhere there, means nearby. So the internal jugular vein, they runs downwards, means they will go downwards behind the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle, means at the back side of the sternocleidoid mastoid muscle. They will be situated here. Understand this one? And this internal jugular vein, they will form the this an internal jugular vein. Okay, internal jugular vein. They will unite with the subclavian vein. This one. This is the internal jugular vein and this is the subclavian vein. So these two veins, there is a subclavian vein. In subclavian vein also two are there, right and left side. So these two subclavian vein and the internal jugular vein, what happens? They will unite together. They will come up together. They will come up together and they will form the subclavian vein. So this is a subclavian vein. Oh, sorry. They will form, yes, they will form this one, brachiocephalic vein. Sorry, this subclavian vein and the internal jugular vein, they will form with the brachiocephalic vein. This is the brachiocephalic vein. This one, this both sides, right and left side, both sides, brachiocephalic vein. Okay, so this brachiocephalic vein, they are situated, means or else they are located in both sides of the root of the neck. This is your neck, right? So the root means what? The foundation, you can see, means from where it's coming up. So they lie in the root of the neck. It's brachiocephalic. Brachiocephalic vein, they lie in the root of your neck. So this is the root of your neck. They will lie here. Okay. They are formed by the internal jugular vein and subclavian vein. And this brachiocephalic vein, they mostly form the superior vena cava. These two sides, these two veins, I mean, that is the right and the brachiocephalic vein, they form the superior vena cava. This one, this is superior vena cava. Okay, is it clear till here? Yes or no? Internal jugular vein is a bit complicated. And wait, I forgot something. This left brachiocephalic vein, this one, the left brachiocephalic vein, they are longer. I mean the vein is longer compared to the right, And this brachiocephalic vein, they lie behind the sternum. This is your sternum, right? The rib cage sternum, you remember or not? So they lie behind, means at the back side of your sternum, they are located. Okay. The next is supratrochlear vein. This is the supratrochlear vein. Supratrochlear vein. So the supratrochlear vein, they lie Means, I mean, it begins in the forehead, means in this portion. The supratrochlear vein, it begins in the forehead. That is both sides, opposite sides, both sides, both sides. And this supratrochlear vein, they used to unite together. I mean, they will combine together and they will form the supraorbital vein. This is a supraorbital vein. Okay. And this supraorbital vein, again, they will like combine together to form the facial vein. This is a facial vein. And this facial vein, they lie near the angle of the eye, means in the middle part of the eye. Okay, means obviously it will be here only, the middle part of your eye. In the middle part of the eye, it will be situated or it will be located. Next is supraorbital vein. So the supraorbital vein, they begins where near the zygomatic process of the temporal bone. Zygomatic process of the temporal bone means what? Zygomatic means in your cheek. Okay, the supraorbital vein, they will be situated here of the temporal bone, means here. This is temporal bone, so here, somewhere here it will be located. Okay, next is the facial vein. So the facial vein is somewhere where most of the venous blood, that is the deoxygenated blood, they used to return to the face. Where usually the deoxygenated blood, that is the venous blood, is coming and returning here, over here, that is in the facial vein. And same thing, this facial vein also, they lie here in the median side of the face. Okay, and next is superficial temporal vein. This one, superficial temporal vein. So the superficial temporal vein means what happens here mostly, the venous blood that is coming from the forehead. This is your forehead, scalp. This portion, forehead, scalp. They enter to the parotid gland. Means parotid gland is here. Here, parotid gland. So they will lie here, the parotid gland. Okay. This parotid gland, where do they lie? Mostly in the posterior side of the neck. This is your neck, right? So posterior means obviously at the back. And this vein, that is a superficial that is a superficial temporal vein, they will unite together. I mean, they will come together and they will form the maxillary vein. They will form the maxillary vein to form what? To form the retromandibular vein. This is the retromandibular vein. So they will come and unite together and they will form this retromandibular vein. Okay, is it clear now? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so internal jugular vein is divided into two parts, right? So what are those? Virginia, can you tell me? Virginia, can you hear me? Okay, Gem, Gem, Hamam Shelley,
Yes, ma'am.
internal jugular veins, they are divided into two parts. So what are those? You can see from the picture itself and you can say it. Internal jugular veins. They will unite with what? With what vein?
am subclavicle.
Subclavian vein. Okay. They will come together and they will form what vein? You see the picture and say.
Brachiocephalic.
Okay, brachiocephalic vein, right?
Brachiocephalic.
Okay, both right and left side is there, na? Brachiocephalic vein. Okay, so both this brachio and brachiocephalic vein, that is the right side and the left side, they will come together and they will form what?
Superior vena cava.
Okay, very good. Superior vena cava. Okay. Okay, next. Ilashra, can you hear me? Ilashra?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ilashra, can you tell me about this superficial temporal vein? In which gland do they enter, this superficial temporal vein? I have mentioned one gland,
Parotid.
right?
Parotid gland.
Parotid gland. Okay. This superficial temporal vein, I mean, they will combine together. I mean, okay. This superficial vein, they will unite together along with what? Again, with what is the name of the vein? Yes, you see the picture and see, no problem.
Yes, ma'am. Hear you. I did.
Can you hear me now, Ilashra? Hello?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I was saying that the
Yes, ma'am.
superficial temporal vein, the superficial temporal vein, I mean, they again form means some vein downside. So, what is the name of the vein? Yes,
Maxillary.
yeah, maxillary vein. And again,
Maxillary.
superficial temporal vein and the maxillary vein, they unite together and they form what type of vein?
Retromandibular.
Yes, okay, very good.
Retro.
Retromandibular vein. Yes, yes, it's correct. Okay, very good. Okay, I think everyone of you have all of you have understood the explanation. Okay. Okay, then